Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. I'm Muzaffar Teja. How are you? You may have figured it out from the thumbnail and the description of what this video is going to be about. As most of you know, I am a hobbyist. I make videos, edit them, and upload them onto YouTube as a hobby. The main reason for doing that is because I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy going through the process. In a video making process, one thing which plays an integral part along with actually shooting the video is the video editing software. As an amateur videographer, there are only three things which I look into a software before I pick it for my use. Cost of use, ideally it should be free. User interface, the ease of use. And third, functions, features it has on offer. When I started making videos back in 2017, I chose HitFilm Express as my main video editing software after a small internet search. I felt it had all the features I needed. It was free, it felt really easy to use, and I thought it had all the features, functions available which I needed at that time. I have been using HitFilm Express since then. Until few weeks ago, it was meeting my expectations. It was providing me with everything I needed for my project, and I was quite happy with it. One more reason to keep using HitFilm Express was that over the years I had learned a lot about the software's functionality and its features, and I wasn't really willing to switch to another software and start learning it from scratch. Until few weeks ago when I started experiencing some errors in the HitFilm Express. If you are a regular viewer of my channel, you may have seen a video on my channel about Baitings Reservoir hike. I had just shot that video and I was trying to start editing process when I started to see that error in HitFilm Express. I was very happy about the video I had shot and I wanted to start the editing process as soon as possible. But there is a big but in here. A blessing in disguise kicked in. We all know that blessing in disguise means it's a blessing but it's in disguise. It looks ugly. We don't want it in our lives. But in fact, it's a blessing. It's there for our good. So when I started editing for that Baitings Reservoir video, on the first composite shot, it gave me an error. Normally, most of the software which they encountered an error and shut down unexpectedly, at the exit, software asks you to submit a file which can go to developer team so they can look into the issue which has caused that shutdown and provide you a solution. I did upload that file and restarted the software a few times because that's what you do if you are a computer user from 90s. I repeated that process few times over the period of next few days, but no improvement was made. I continuously kept seeing that error and I was unable to start the editing. That was the time when I started thinking, maybe that's the time. That's the time for me to look for another option. Like any other ordinary internet user, I turned to Google and did a quick search about best free video editing softwares. I found a video on YouTube with a list of 5 free video editing softwares, and HitFilm Express was number 3. Since I was using HitFilm Express, I knew it was a good editing software, but I thought this time I should go for the best option. So guess what? The best free video editing software suggested by that YouTube video was DaVinci Resolve. So I decided to download DaVinci Resolve, and when I opened the interface, I felt overwhelmed. I was thinking maybe I don't need a new software. Maybe I should wait for the HitFilm Express developers to fix my problem so I can keep using the software. It's just because when I looked at the interface, I thought it's gonna take me another 4 years to learn this software, to get myself as good as I am with HitFilm Express today. But before going into further detail, I would say I have been using DaVinci Resolve for a few months now, and I can probably say that I have learned DaVinci Resolve as much as I knew HitFilm Express, and it's meeting my expectations, helping me produce same level of videos which I was producing in HitFilm after using it for 4 or 5 years. I have been using DaVinci Resolve for almost a few months now. My knowledge about the DaVinci Resolve is not even 1% as compared to what its free version has on offer, but I think there are few plus points DaVinci Resolve has over HitFilm Express which made me switch from HitFilm Express to DaVinci Resolve for good. First of all, user interface. The user interface for both of these software is similar to any other editing software available in the market, free or paid. On HitFilm Express, there are four main sections on the screen: trimmer, viewer export, editor, and media effects control panel. In DaVinci Resolve, whereas there are different tabs to perform different functions. For example, there is a dedicated tab for the media, there is another tab called cut, there is an edit tab where most of the editing happens, a dedicated tab for color grading, Fusion tab where most of the magic happens, a dedicated tab for editing music, and finally a deliver tab. The main problem I had with HitFilm Express that its window used to expand beyond the size of my monitor unless that monitor is selected as the main display. For example, if I select to maximize the HitFilm Express window, it will be maximized, but it will go beyond the size of the monitor. So my monitor will become smaller and the size of the HitFilm Express window will be bigger than the size of the monitor. To get around it, I had to select that particular monitor as my main display to overcome that issue. But there is no issue similar to that in DaVinci Resolve. It doesn't matter which screen I'm using, the DaVinci Resolve window will exactly fit the size of the monitor. Number 2, ease of use. Functions, effects, features are easily traceable in both systems, but there is one advantage in DaVinci Resolve. When you click on an effect or a text preset to put into your video, it shows you the preview of that video and how it will look in your video. On the other hand, there is no such feature available in HitFilm Express. You don't need to get overwhelmed with many different types available in DaVinci Resolve. If you are interested in doing simple editing, you can do it in the edit tab alone. It's very easy as compared to HitFilm Express. Number 3, I would say speed. I use a 6-year-old laptop to edit my videos. The speed of HitFilm Express on this laptop is very slow. There are lots of lagging in playback and it's pretty impossible to play a video from the timeline. Whereas in DaVinci Resolve, it's a lot faster as compared to HitFilm Express, even though the installed size of DaVinci Resolve is over 3 GB as compared to HitFilm Express, which is a little over than 1 GB. So even though DaVinci Resolve is bigger in size, it's faster on the same 6-year-old machine. I don't know the reason behind it. If you do, please let me know in the comment section down below what technical upper hand DaVinci Resolve has here. In HitFilm Express, you need to do composite shot for pretty much everything. You need to insert text, you need composite shot. You need a fancy looking transition, you need a composite shot. You want to do speed ramps, you need a composite shot. You want to add channel logo, you need a composite shot. Even though I discovered a way to do it without composite shot within the timeline, but that makes your functionality very limited. Whereas in DaVinci Resolve, you can do pretty much everything in the edit tab. There are some functions and features which can only be done in the Fusion tab, but as I've mentioned earlier, if you just want to stick to simple editing, you can do everything in the editor without going anywhere else. There is a large collection of presets of text, effects, transitions available in DaVinci Resolve, where you can just click on the transition and it will show you a preview how it will look in your video. You can use those presets, already available features and functions from the DaVinci Resolve and make your video stand out without using any technicality or manual adjustments. On the other hand, in HitFilm Express, there are some effects and transitions available in the software, but you have to create a composite shot. At least put those effects in the timeline to see how they're gonna look. This takes some time, and especially on a very slow and very old machine, it gets even slower. I have found HitFilm Express very unstable over the years. It had a tendency to crash every now and then, and I had to make sure that I keep saving my project on a regular basis. It happened on so many occasions that I was in the middle of something and I had not saved my project and HitFilm Express crashed. Even a few weeks ago, when I thought I need to make a switch from HitFilm Express to something else, it was because it kept crashing and did not let me start my project. On the other hand, DaVinci Resolve has not crashed even once in the last few months ever since I started using it. Finally, I would say when it comes to exporting your video, HitFilm Express used to take ages to export a 10-minute long video with some music, with some YouTube green screen effects and a channel logo. I do remember leaving my computer on overnight to let an export complete in the morning. In DaVinci Resolve, the same type of video takes a maximum an hour maybe. This is a big advantage. I can complete the project, I can wait until the export is finished, I can review it, I can make necessary changes if needed. I feel DaVinci Resolve has given me a lot of freedom with respect to workflows which can help me improve my content. If a professional does a comparison between DaVinci Resolve and HitFilm Express, he will probably have more points to differentiate between these two systems. But as an amateur, I think these few points are enough to convince anybody to switch to DaVinci Resolve. Thank you very much for watching this video. If this video has helped you in any way, please like it, share and comment on this video. If you are interested in the type of content I produce, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for your time and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.